Quietly, without a press conference or a dramatic announcement, BMW confirmed something that changes the trajectory of their entire SUV lineup. The 2027 X7, the brand's largest, most expensive, most prestigious SUV, is in its final year. A complete redesign is coming for 2028. New platform, new powertrain direction, new everything. And the question sitting behind that confirmation is one the luxury SUV world genuinely doesn't know the answer to yet. Because BMW has spent the last 3 years building the Neue Klasse, a next-generation electric and hybrid platform that delivers 30% more range, 30% faster charging, and 25% greater efficiency than anything currently in their lineup. They have already proven their flagship PHEV credentials with the XM label, 738 horsepower, the most powerful BMW M vehicle ever produced, already in showrooms. The pieces are assembled. The platform is ready. And the vehicle that sits above the X7 in a world where Cadillac is selling a 750 horsepower electric Escalade and Range Rover is charging $219,000 for an invitation-only SUV. That vehicle needs to be something genuinely special. Welcome to MotorDreamer, where we dig into the engineering reality behind the vehicles the automotive world is still deciding how to talk about. Today, we're exploring the 2027 BMW X10, a concept vision built on confirmed BMW technology, a confirmed platform transition, and a competitive landscape that is shifting faster than any flagship SUV cycle in recent memory. Before anything else, one thing up front. The BMW X10 hasn't been officially announced. BMW hasn't revealed it. What has been confirmed is the X7's final model year, the 2028 redesign incoming on a new platform, and BMW's Neue Klasse architecture already entering production across their electric lineup. The XM label's 738 horsepower PHEV system proves BMW can build a performance flagship SUV at this level. The illuminated kidney grille is already a confirmed production feature. The iDrive 9 interface is already the benchmark other brands measure against. Everything this concept vision draws from is real. The name and the production decision are the only things still waiting for an official announcement. And given where BMW's technology roadmap currently points, the conversation about what sits above the X7 is not a matter of if but when. The design language starts with a detail that already exists on a production BMW, the illuminated kidney grille. On the XM, that grille is polarizing, dramatic, and completely impossible to ignore. Scaled up to a true flagship SUV proportion and refined through the lens of what the 2028 X7 redesign is moving toward, the result is something that projects a different kind of luxury authority than anything in the current segment. Not the restrained British elegance of a Range Rover, not the assertive Germanic formality of a Mercedes GLS. Something more architectural, almost like a building that happens to move at speed. Blade-thin LED headlights sit below the grille like two narrow slits of focused light, giving the front end an intelligence that older luxury SUV designs expressed through chrome and bulk. The body itself is wide and planted with a shoulder line that carries genuine muscular tension rather than decorator's curves. At night, moving through a city, reflections tracking across deep black paint, this is the kind of vehicle that registers before the rational brain has time to identify it. The rear continues that story. Slim digital tail lights stretched wide. A lower bumper and diffuser that signal performance without pretending this is a sports car. A roofline that stays strong rather than dropping into a compromised silhouette. Every proportion in this design is making an argument that size and aggression don't have to apologize for each other. The cabin is where the X10 concept vision makes its most direct case against every competitor in its price bracket. BMW's iDrive system is already considered the most intuitive infotainment interface in the luxury segment by multiple independent press comparisons. And the 9th generation iteration running in current BMW vehicles is meaningfully better than what Mercedes and Audi are offering at similar prices. Scaled into a flagship environment with a wide panoramic curved OLED display, the result is a digital environment that feels natural rather than imposed. The distinction matters because the interior trend of the past 5 years, stack as many screens as possible and call it advanced, has produced cabins that feel cold and clinical rather than luxurious. BMW's approach has consistently prioritized interface logic over screen size, and in a vehicle at this price level, that restraint pays dividends in daily use. The surrounding materials tell a different story from the digital architecture, premium leather with detailed stitching, brushed metal hardware, carbon fiber accents, and the warm gradients of ambient lighting that shift character between driving modes. The Bowers & Wilkins Diamond surround system already installed in the current X7, 1,500 watts, 30 speakers, carries forward here with refinements that turn the cabin acoustic experience into something genuinely concert hall in character. And the rear seats. In a $150,000 SUV, the rear passenger experience is not a footnote. It is part of the ownership justification. Deep cushioning, individual climate controls, entertainment screens, wireless charging throughout, and enough legroom to make long journeys feel shorter rather than longer. This is a rear cabin designed for someone who uses it, not just someone who paid for it. The powertrain story is where the Neue Klasse platform changes everything BMW was previously able to offer at this size and weight. The platform's confirmed specifications: 30% more range, 30% faster charging, 25% greater efficiency, aren't marketing projections. They are engineering benchmarks BMW has committed to publicly and is already delivering in early Neue Klasse vehicles entering production. Applied to a flagship SUV above the X7, that platform enables two genuinely compelling powertrain visions. A twin-turbocharged V8 hybrid pairing the combustion performance BMW enthusiasts expect with electric torque that eliminates the low-end hesitation that has always been the trade-off of large displacement luxury engines. Or a fully electric dual-motor setup that uses the Neue Klasse's improved battery architecture to deliver range figures that make the ownership equation genuinely comfortable rather than range anxiety adjacent. Either direction inherits xDrive all-wheel drive, adaptive M suspension tuning, and rear-wheel steering, the last of which transforms the handling character of a vehicle this size from something you manage to something you actually enjoy pointing at a corner. The difference between a large SUV with rear-wheel steering and one without it is not subtle. It is the difference between feeling the size and forgetting it. Here is the honest conversation that BMW cannot avoid, and that any serious buyer at this price point deserves to hear before enthusiasm takes over from analysis. Consumer Reports has ranked BMW below average on reliability consistently across multiple recent model years. The X7 ownership community on forums and long-term review surfaces recurring electrical issues, software glitches, and maintenance costs that arrive with enough frequency to form a pattern rather than an outlier. At $87,500 for a base X7, those ownership experiences sting. At $150,000 for an X10, they become a genuine financial consideration. This is not a reason to dismiss the vehicle. BMW's driving dynamics remain the benchmark the segment measures against, and the iDrive interface advantage is real and daily. But the gap between how a BMW drives on a test route and how it behaves over 3 years of real ownership is wider than the brand's marketing suggests, and buyers who have lived with an X5 or X7 for more than 2 years will tell you that gap exists. The 2028 redesign on the Neue Klasse platform is BMW's opportunity to address that narrative with hardware that starts from a cleaner, more modern foundation. Whether the reliability picture improves with the platform transition is the single most important unknown in the X10's long-term ownership story. Pricing positions the X10 concept in a space that is genuinely interesting, given where the competitive landscape currently sits. A base configuration between $120,000 and $160,000 would slot it above the current X7 range, which tops at $157,550 for the Alpina XB7, while sitting below the Mercedes-Maybach EQS SUV at $185,000 and the Range Rover's invitation-only SV Ultra tier. Against the Cadillac Escalade IQ at $130,000, which brings 750 horsepower, 460 miles of range, and a 55-inch screen. The X10 would need to make a compelling argument based on driving character, brand prestige, and the BMW-specific combination of performance, SUV handling, and premium technology that the Escalade doesn't attempt to deliver. The value comparison that BMW always wins, and should lean into, is the 5-year driving experience rather than the feature list comparison. Nobody who has driven an X7 M60i back-to-back against an Escalade IQ believes the Cadillac is the more engaging vehicle to pilot. The question is whether engagement justifies the premium. And at $150,000, BMW's answer had better be compelling enough to survive the ownership cost conversation that comes 18 months later. So where does all of this actually land? BMW confirmed the X7 is finishing its current life cycle. The Neue Klasse platform is ready, proven, and delivering on its engineering promises. The XM label demonstrated that BMW can build a 738-horsepower flagship SUV that people pay $159,000 for despite its controversial appearance. The competitive pressure from a $130,000 Cadillac with 750 horsepower and a $219,000 Range Rover that requires an invitation to purchase has created a gap in the market that BMW's current lineup doesn't fill cleanly. The X10 concept vision isn't wishful thinking. It is the logical next step of a technology and product roadmap that is already in motion. Whether BMW calls it the X10 or gives it another name, a flagship SUV above the X7 built on Neue Klasse architecture is coming. The design language exists. The platform exists. The powertrain options exist. The market gap exists. What happens when BMW assembles all of those confirmed pieces into a single vehicle above the X7 is the most interesting unanswered question in their current product lineup. And based on what the Neue Klasse platform is already delivering, the answer is going to make the current X7 feel like the warm-up act. Would you take the BMW X10 over the Cadillac Escalade IQ or Range Rover Electric at this price? Or does BMW's reliability history change the calculation for you? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to MotorDreamer and we'll see you in the next one.